Good morning, Mark. Sitting still this morning. All right. Just mark a chameleon one last time. Yep, pretty much the same list. Yep, okay, cool. How many people in the live streams do you think is going to be going, Twitter, 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 Twitter? Yeah. It's gonna... Their chance to, think they know something for a day. SBFM is about to break out right now. 622 is the breakout again, if that happens. For $1 of risk, SBFM. Boy, it's a lot this morning. Got on top of it at 4.6. It hit 6.2. 35% gains. All right, who do we got in here? Clearly not everybody, but that's all right. Snooze, you lose. Okay, there goes SBFM. There's the rebreak on SBFM for $1 of risk. So you're hoping it goes into the 8s from here then for $1 of risk. If you didn't think Elon was going to join the board after buying 10% of the company, you're an idiot. Yeah. Bought several swing calls yesterday. That should open up quite nicely this morning. Yeah. Good job, Mac. Here's somebody, Twitter. We knew that was coming. Hello. All right, but let's start with any macro concerns here. So oil is trading right around where it closed yesterday, which was right around the high of yesterday at $105-ish a barrel. Energy, same. And 10-year rates opened up much higher However, they're falling right now. So trending down on the 10 years, but up. They're basically way above yesterday's high. So it's continued inflationary pressure on the market. And so Q's, eventually have to respond to that. Tech growth eventually has to respond to that. So we'll see if it does today. Financials are holding sideways. Rest of the market pretty much in line with where it closed yesterday. S&P 500 was above yesterday's high, but now it's right in the middle of the candle of yesterday. So it will have some work to do. Same thing with the Qs. Both sitting in the middle of the candle from yesterday. That goes. Gold spiking. So that could signal the top of this push, top of the rally, as institutionals are putting their money into gold before the open. That can be a signal, can be a sign. Doesn't mean it's for sure, though. So now, coming back down into the market here, obviously we got Twitter, and Twitter's hitting 54.38 right now, 54.38. We had our alert set at 51 yesterday. And also, it didn't trigger, but we had a dip buy we were watching on that yesterday. Potential to get Twitter around 47, but didn't trigger properly. So, but we did get that alert out midday around 51, and now we're hitting 54.5. Twitter is on fire. It's just going on a run right now, pre-market. And we're also watching SBFM. Those are the two strongest movers pre-market. And also ATER, SST, and RCON, should they do anything. Yeah, look at Twitter go this morning. What software do I use? TradingView and Thinkorswim. What do I think of ExxonMobil coming out yesterday saying they should outperform quarter one by nearly $2 billion? I think that's to be expected, Yeah, I think that's great. When he takes SpaceX public is when that may become a worry. Oh, what did he say? Oh, yeah. Well, I do believe he is going to step back from Tesla at some point. Like I said, I don't really know when, though. It could be in a few years. Instinct was saying it was going to be this year, but I don't know. I think he survived this long through some difficult times last year, that maybe he wants to stick around for some further innovation over there. So might not ever leave Tesla. He has said on numerous occasions that is and will always be his main focus. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, the president of the board, or whatever you call it, the chairman of the board, is often the CEO. So that, John Drell. All right, Tesla hitting 54.54 right now, 54.54. How do I feel about IMSCI? Yeah, I love it. We're in it. We are up 13% on IMSCI since our entry. One of the good runners we had in the last couple of days was RCMT. That's another one. Of course, we're up 34% on Tesla since entry at 852. We're up 18.5% on PAGS, 26% on Sling, 19% on Square. I mentioned GitLab, 11% on GitLab. Somebody asks what good stocks are good to buy right now. We'll see when they come up. Market to open, we'll see what pops up on our radar. Thanks. It's hot. All right. Cheers. Why did it say that on the other side? Cheers. I believe this was microwaved. Oof, that's bad. Oh, that needs a little bit more sweetener. All right, 54.89. Twitter hit 54.89, so almost at 55 now. All right, thanks. All right. What did you say? Somebody saw buying puts on Twitter. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Maybe it is today, but that kind of trading eventually blows you up. So good luck with that today. You don't short hot longs. I mean, this is fucking so stupid. Oh my God. You don't short hot longs, or just wait your moment. That would be smarter for sure. But yeah, not a good idea. Try shorting stuff that's going down. You'll be more successful. Everybody's got their thing that they're good at. And if you are good at shorting hot longs, fine. What do I think about Roblox? Let's see. Continued revenue growth, only slightly profitable. So they've got some problems there. Their after-tax margins are really, really thin / negative. So for all the amazing revenue that they make, which is nearly $1 billion a quarter, it's approaching $1 billion a quarter. They just cannot figure out how to make money. So as a company, they don't look great. And their guidance says they're going to continue to lose money even to the end of 2023. So fuck that. Home Depot. Home Depot, is hanging in there. They continue to grow ever so slightly year over year. Their valuation right now by the end of 2023, so 18 months from now, is $345. They're at $305, so not a lot of growth there. Could probably get the same amount of return out of a treasury bond with almost risk. By the way, that's why the bond market is hot. Core? I haven't heard of that one. Let me take a look at that. Finds Internet of Things solutions providing mission critical CAAS. Anybody know what CAAS is? As a service, something communication architecture as a service, something like that. Anyway, they do about an average of 60 million in revs, but it looks like again their after-tax margins every quarter over quarter are negative, and their earnings per shares are negative, and they are not to be profitable for at least a year and a half. It's not a computer automated surveillance system. That's a good one, Mac. It was CAAS. So, damn, if you had done the right alliteration, I probably would have fell for it. So, that is a good one. Good on you for, poking at the retard. Trying to trick the autistic dude. I'm thinking it's communication architecture as a service. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up now because I must have one of those, right? Commission on Accreditation of Ambulance Services. No. Red hat. There you go. Containers as a service. That's what it is. Containers as a service. And is a cloud service that helps manage and deploy apps using container-based abstraction, CAAS. All right. It's just another word for cloud-based service. The fancier word. We're not a cloud service. We're a container. What was it? Containers as a service. I mean, they're really pushing their luck with the and abbreviating it. Should we just CS? Mullen Automotive, that doesn't look too good. And also that CEO is embroiled in several lawsuits for having defrauded people in other stocks before. So tread lightly there and just trade the fucker. Make a few bucks in 5 days and then get out. SBFM is now breaking highs again with a nice little low volatility pullback there. This could create a nice push up. 640 for 60 cents of risk. Entrance on SBFM for pre-market momentum trading. Somebody says I'm out of coffee. That just made me remember the movie They Live. Such a freaking great movie. I've come to kick ass and drink coffee, and I'm all out of coffee. Where did that come from? Rest in peace, Roddy Piper, man. But who thought of that line? It's so bizarre. It's so classic. Twitter to $70, somebody says. Wow, I love these rumors. Great. MRC. We got an MRC yesterday, I believe. Isn't that correct, Jack? Did you get an MRC? And what to put dollars in today? You should just join my trading group because that's a very complicated, multi-layered move to take a position on something in the market. It's not cut and dry, the stock market. You need to learn how to trade. If you want to learn how to trade, click the link in my bio. I think MRC stopped out yesterday, but if you're still in it, because low of the day, pretty much almost always you can use the low of the day as the stop, unless the thing is like kind of connected. It didn't move much, and it's kind of connected to a much bigger candle before it. Then you can use the low of the previous day, but pretty much almost always low of the day should be your stop, and that definitely stopped out during the day, and that's where it is right now. So that trade is done, but always give it 5 minutes, if not 30 minutes, once the market opens up if you got stuck in something. It happens, Yeah, I did. Yes, I didn't cover that today about the 10-year yield going below the zero line, but I did cover it, I think, yesterday. Yeah. So still the market could run for 8 to 10 months from now and then pop, and we'll have a recession. But yeah, it does signal that within the next 10 months or so that there could be very likely a recession. It was like a 90% chance. Yeah, I did yesterday during the live. Yes, I did. What brokerage do I use to trade? A lot of them. Mostly Thinkorswim, but also Fidelity. And then I also have everything: TradeStation, Webull, E-Trade. I don't know, you name it. I have it, and I got money in there. Yeah, I believe are we still in PSA? No, we're not. But that was looking like a very good trade. Oh, it's flagging. So that could be a really good breakout coming up. I can get an alert set on that. PSA looks good to me. SBFM still pushing that breakout. Looks like a failed breakout. That's lack of momentum. So it's an unconfirmed breakout right now. Well, that's interesting, I mean, and it would be nice if you told me that about Roblox, instead of just going, well, what do you think about Roblox? Let me know what people are saying. And that's interesting, so we'll watch it. Instead just go Roblox. People are saying it's going to break out today. That's so much more helpful for me and everybody watching. You don't have to keep it secret from me. Let me see what he thinks without letting him know anything of why I'm asking. Yeah. What about Lulu? I do like Lulu, but sometimes things just don't happen. I like Lulu. I want it to happen, but it just is not getting over that 200 moving average. Rebecca says we like secrets too. Yeah. We've got 2.5 minutes to the open, and when the market opens, Twitter, I can only see this as a positive. I mean, I think Twitter's going to go up today more. I just don't necessarily see the forces pushing it down, but hey, anything can happen. Anyway, Lulu estimated to be at 779 times 381 price target, and it's at 384, so it's at valuation. So we're really just kind of watching it day by day here to see if there's any kind of breakout on high volume or something. We definitely love to catch that. Well, no. You definitely stay away from long-term positions under the 200 SMA, and I pretty much don't trade anything that's not above the 21 SMA. EMA, really. And that's for as far as trading goes, swing trading. Lululemon has provided estimates all the way to the end of 2024, and that puts their price target at 541 for their at the end of 2024. So that's 20 months from now. No, 30 months from now. 30 months, 41% gains in 30 months. So that is 1 divided by 30 to the power of 1 over 30 to the power of 12. That is 14.7% gains per year, which just fucking sucks. I mean, it's okay in investing land, but I think, we could definitely beat that trading. All right, we've got 30 seconds until the market opens. That's true. I mean, one way you could look at it is that now that Elon has joined the board, it could limit his ability to buy more than 14.9% of the company. But, I think these are the correct right steps moving forward to he's becoming a little Warren Buffett, isn't he? You know, he bought the majority stake in the company and now he wants to change the company around. Pretty cool. Elon Musk starting to do some Warren Buffett shit right here. All right, here we go. Market is open. SBFM is struggling at that 640 point. It looks like could be profit taking. There's just a lot of struggle, a lot of volume going on. Twitter is fighting. There's as much buying as there is selling, and it's a lot of volume. All right, now there's some profit taking on Twitter happening. We're in it for the swing trade, but I'm just letting you know on a day trade basis, on a momentum, moment to moment, minute to minute day trade basis, how these are shaping up here. Good morning, RJ. Reminds me, going to make Cameron co-host and RJ. Welcome, Yo Daddy, to the group. Thank you for clicking the link in the bio. Welcome to the group. SBFM now breaking out, hit 674, but if you missed it, hang in there. There was a pretty strong pullback just now. Fake out. Wait for it to push over 651 again. If it does, then you can get in for 50 cents of risk. SBFM, 651 breakout point on strength. Want to get in. PLX moving again, man? Is that what you're saying? All right, Twitter is now moving up. If Twitter breaks pre-market high of 55.01, that's a day trade, momentum day trade for sure. Second to that is we got in yesterday, and that would be a momentum entry on that. Let's see, 55.1. And yeah, that would be 8% gains and way too far gone for you to enter today. So yesterday or bust. You snooze, you lose, people. EDub23, welcome to the server. Welcome to the trading group. EDub23. Thanks for coming on in and clicking the trading group link in the bio. Welcome to the group. Well, at least now we know what CAAS is. All right off the open, I'm going to double check any alerts. Okay, nothing off of the open yet. It's a good idea to wait 2 to 5 minutes before you start your first trade anyway, unless it's breaking key levels. Yes, we have RCL and CCL. RCL reporting that they have really a record quarter coming. I don't know if this is their earnings, and if they've announced that pre-earnings. Yeah, that's very cool. I know my wife has some RCL, but I've been pretty much in cash. Jack, you can see some of the updates I'm making in the upper left here to the mega indicator. Eventually, it's going to be showing several statistics up there for any stock that you go to. Okay, Apple was down and then it's up. It certainly is an active day today. It's like in that movie Braveheart, like when the two clans are running at each other, right? And they're fighting, and you're not quite sure who's going to win. There's push and pull going on, right? And but there's a lot of force today. The projected volume today is very high. So this is going to be some kind of breakout or breakdown day on the market. And then whichever way it goes, it's going to, it's going to push and topple over the other side. So that's kind of like what's going on right now on this open. It looks like there's a lot of strength going on around the market. but not a lot of direction yet. It looks like the industrials are winning, so that'd be inflation, and that would be negative for Qs and tech and growth. So this could be a pullback day for you guys in growth positions. Those pings, those are breakouts on stuff that we're monitoring here. That was ATER. ATER broke 4.2. Correct, Rebecca? Yes. ATER broke 4.2 for an entry, about 60 cents. If you want to learn about that strategy, how to day trade a momentum, pre-market and during the market open, you can click the link in my bio or click the link in the trading group for Market Mastery. Those lessons are in there. How to momentum day trade. I believe it's in the high frequency trading section, but you want to couple that with the 1% rule in there. Might be in the day swinging section. GitLab, one of our positions, pulling back today on projected lower than average volume, so therefore it is a consolidation day and not anything to be too highly concerned about yet. You can keep an eye on it. You have Disney, DraftKings, JPM, and you're just holding and praying all week. You have calls for Friday. I see. Let me take a look at Disney for you. This is a pullback week. It's not really happening yet, but it looks like it's starting. So, yeah, you should watch yourself on Disney. Projected light volume today, so that's good news for you. But it's also bad news in that it's not going up. It's not going down. It's not going up either. DraftKings. DraftKings is bottoming out. It looks like. I'd like to see it turn up and over 25.46. I'll put an alert there. So anyway, I can't look at everything that you have recommended, but if you want to become a member of my trading group, click the link in my bio, and you can then request every single thing you want me to look at, and I'll give you a detailed response throughout the day. SBFM hit 680 moments ago. It's back to 650, so it did break that 651 level again, causing you to be able to get in for 50 cents of risk at 651, but it is really struggling with getting up to the $7 level. Well, PSA is showing some positive signs right now. Low of day would be your stop. I will alert that now. It goes without saying the stop is LOD. And you can put hard stops in, but if you do, put some padding on them. Otherwise, use mental stops. This is perfectly fine. But of course, you can set hard stops if you can't monitor your positions for whatever reason. The Dow just doing absolutely outstanding this morning. So energy and industrials and base materials and financials and utilities and staples all rallying, as well as gold. So the entire spate of protectives and inflationaries are rallying, and value rallying. Growth under fire. Woo! Yes, Tesla with a nice big pop there. And it was at 1150. putting us at almost 35% gains on Tesla. I do believe, holding Twitter is a good idea. However, I think it was a better idea to get it earlier. We were in yesterday at 51, which in my opinion is already late. We were trying to get it at 47, but those particular signals weren't perfect for us, so we were not able to. Some people may have because they like to risk it. But in any event, Twitter could be a good bet, but I sure as hell like being in at a lower price. Anyway, Twitter is pulling back now. It's 53. Don't let your position go 3% against you. Cut it at minus 3%. SST starting to come up. If SST can get up and over, let me get you a number here, 2151. SST 51. Then you can enter that trade for about 75 cents of risk or something like $1 if you want to round it off. You went full degenerate and bought 5 contracts at 47 on Twitter. Oh, good job. Well, actually, good job. You did that on the pullback? Or you did that the day before? No, I guess it wasn't the day before, but it was on the pullback. Good strategy, right? It's better to wait for the pullback. Situations. It's like a rubber band. No, well done, Mac, and you'll be rewarded for that. That's good discipline. So what about Lowe's? Yeah, it's looking good this morning, but it looked good also on February 25th and on January 28th and on January 11th and December 15th. I mean, it never really followed through. So who cares, right? Oh, you strictly day trade Lowe's. Is that right? Is it got enough liquidity, man? Let me take a look at this. It's a little dry. Not today. Today is really on fire. You are right. But typically it looks like a bit dry. You're going to get yourself stuck in there because it's so easy to predict. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Watch yourselves on SBFM. It's not going up, is it? Means it's not going up. Okay. Jesus, this stuff is not complicated, right? SBFM not going up. Therefore, it's not going up. So you might as well de-risk because the only alternative to not going up is going sideways and going down. Okay, Facebook has given guidance on their earnings. Their earnings are getting a little bit crushed. This year, they are guiding that they're going to do $12.32 a share for the whole year. That puts their valuation at $209 by the end of the year. It's currently $234. So it's overvalued right now. And they say by the end of next year, they should be at something around $14.52 in earnings. So that would put it at $246. That's at 233. So there's, unless you like to make 1% per year on your money, which doesn't even beat inflation, that's just a losing bet right there. It's not a good use of your money. Your money needs to compound. You can't just let it sit for 2 years. It will rot. All right, SST totally popped. Hopefully you guys got an SST at that point that I said, 2151. Let's see if RJ did. RJ, did you nail SST at 2151? It's now at 2325. How much time you get on Twitter? No, shares. I got shares. But, on Twitter, he did. All right, RJ's in it. And a really nice run there, right? And take profits underneath every dollar. So that's just working out perfectly. I think, what did we say? 50 cents of risk. So you should be up 4R on that particular trade if you used 1% to size your risk. RJ's a fucking trading machine. Are you trading with real money, RJ? How you doing? I know he's been practicing for a long time, and he is very good now. SST, I don't know, but there it is. SST breaking out of pre-market highs now, hitting 24.40. SST develops software as a service-based digital marketing and pre-targeting platform to unlock and fulfill consumer intent. So it's a retargeting system, SST, in marketing. And they are having a phenomenal day today after reporting earnings 2 days ago, I believe. Somehow they're getting the upgrades. The guidance is looking good. There was a hell of a report, and today was the day to get in. All right, huge pullback there on SST from that high of day break from 24.5 to 22.80. Yeah, RJ says, yep, he's been with real cash all this year, doing great so far. Account is growing nice and steady between day trades and swing 100. Fantastic. It's good to hear, RJ. Neo, somebody asks about Neo. Neo's not profitable, and they're not estimated to be profitable even until the end of 2023. So that's 18 months of no profits. Their revenues have kind of plateaued, so their growth is questionable. But that could change. But that's the current outlook right now. They're valued not even as far as I could throw them. Twitter at 53 right now. Mac and others. There could be another 5-minute dip buy type style entry coming soon here on Twitter. We're currently up 4.4% from entry on Twitter in one day, which is an annualized return of 4.8 million%. So, booking those kinds of daily returns are incredibly useful to your portfolio. For example, RCMT is returning 3.1% per day in 5 days. Tesla is returning 1.5% in 19 days that we've been in it, which equates to 4,671% annualized returns. Versus something else like, let's see, Square, which has taken 19 days to return 15.55%, which is 0.8% compounding per day, which is kind of below our target. We want it to be targeting at least 1% gains per day, compounding per position. Square projecting to be only 580% annualized return performance. All right, we are definitely hanging out below VWAP on Twitter, and we'll need to get above 53.5 in order to trigger a long swing trade on Twitter. The Qs are under fire. Growth is under fire today. But holding. It's rotating around a bit. Yes, SST. We are in SST. Max says he's got his finger on the trigger. Okay, good. Yeah. Make sure we were above VWAP when it happens. Be useful if it could be a volume breakout with it. Got your swings in place already, probably looking to day trade with an open mind to hold longer, depending on close. Totally. Yeah. So remember to shave off whatever your day trade risk is. You remember we're calling out, certain risk points, 50 cents a risk, et cetera. Whatever that day trade risk is, you need to multiply it by 5 for overnight risk. That's a nice, good rule of thumb. Another way to think of that is however much you're holding in the day trade, if you end up thinking, hey, I should hold this overnight, you should shave off 80% of your position and hold 20%. Right. Overnight risk is massive, especially if it's a shitty stock. I'm not talking about Twitter here. I was talking about, like, for example, SST. We don't know. It's totally unhinged today. What's the stop on ATER? What did I say, guys, as far as the risk level on that? But that was a multiple failed retest neckline breakdown. Exit at 405 on ATER. So that's exit. You already should be out of that. The risk to the base is 374, and you should have been taking profits every 10-cent level. 5 to 20% profits underneath every 10-cent level. SST just hit 25. SST is on fire. The shares are just zooming by on that. Really great day trade there. Almost at 26 now on SST. I'm hoping that RJ still has some or topped off on that rebreak. Somebody's got to be a hero on this SST. Still got some, says RJ. All right, I'm going to double check any swings. It's coming through. No, not really anything. Take a look at the Qs on the daily chart, see what we're looking at. We're projecting to have a hard pullback on the Qs today on growth. This is projected end of day, very strong pullback, bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. Bigger than an entire month's of volume. SST is halting to the upside at 2680. It is halted at 2680. All right. Way to go, everybody. And SSG, wow. The original call out was at 2151, and we're at 2680. That is 25% gains. Yeah, we got a Marlin. Wasn't a big old fat dwacky whale, but it was a marlin. It wasn't a big old fat Kodak-y whale, but or a GME whale, but it was a marlin nonetheless. There's a lot of different kinds of whales. You've got the GME, one of the largest whales on the earth, and you've got the humpback dwack, the hump dwack whale, and you've got the Kodak whale, a relative of the Kodiak bear, by the way. And there's so many really whales. But this one here, SST, a beautiful marlin. I mean, look at the fins on that SST. Beautiful. Hood never makes the cut. No, it doesn't, does it? Anyway, we'll be coming out of the halt on SST. And any recommendations to get into right now? Twitter soon enough, if you feel like it. Twitter pulling back against all those gains this morning pre-market. You just got to wait for it. Got to wait for the right moment. SST will be coming out of the halt in approximately 3 more minutes. Good. Yeah, right. Yes. And by the way, if anybody wants to, keep up on IPOs, do let me know of any IPO or SPAC IPOs going on today or that have gone off in the last few days. We have to double check because day 2 breakouts, day 3 breakouts, the first couple of days, those breakouts can be very lucrative. And then also we have U breakouts for, in the last 180 days, any IPOs which are coming up on their U breakouts. So that's always a very good list to have. DC hitting a second halt right now, says Rebecca. I only trade Marvel, but whatever. All right, yeah, pull that up on the high-speed setup so we can follow that. Not a lot of volume going on DC. Hey, it might move, but I don't think you should be fucking around with that. Thank you, Rebecca, for bringing that to our attention, but yeah, nay. DDL, what is it doing today? All right. Who's in DDL alert from yesterday? Ding Dong. It literally is called Ding Dong. Ding Dong came in limited. It is projected to trade like 5 times more volume today than yesterday. Who got in DDL? Ding Dong. I know that I think it was TGBO got in there. I think it was TGBO. All right, Maria is in DDL. All right, now did you remember to size up at the right points? Maybe either today, this morning, or yesterday at certain points. You guys, guided to enter small and size up at that 2 and that 4% point. That's how you increase your exposure to the positivity, to the reward. All right, we're going to be coming out of the halt on SST momentarily. In 40 seconds. SST. Indicating to open at, nope, that information is not available on this one. That's a hell of a move on SST. That's what we're dealing with today. Look at that. Yeah. I had earnings the other day in the evening, yesterday in the evening, and this is the result. Way to go, RJ. All right, we're coming out of the halt any second here, and 1, 0, boom. Should be coming out of the halt now. Okay, they're holding it over a little bit longer than when they normally should. There it goes. It's out of the halt. 27.50, 27.80, 27.90, 28.43. My God. 29.50, 30. Halting at 30.01, 30.03. SST. Make sure you chuck some profits overboard when you get up to these halt points. And certainly take a little bit of profit at every dollar level. 30, 39, 30, 72, 31, 38, 31.80, 31.84, halting at 31.84. SST. And halting, we got 5 seconds left. Halting, 31.84. Hottest stock on the market, 31.84. Boom, we're halted at 31.84. 31.84 divided by our entrance of 21.51 is 48% gains. Hell yeah. Oh, boy, RJ's glad he got that one. You sized up and taken some profits. Oh, excellent, Maria. Way to go. Good job. That's what we got to do. I don't know if I put it on the sheet, DDL. Better do my DDL and get it on there. Ding dong for the win, yeah, DDL. All right, so we'll be coming out of that halt pretty soon. SST. These are the moments that come up like once every month, maybe once every 2 months, something like this. And you got to be ready to catch them if you're going to be a day trader at all. So if you miss this one, this is not for you. And if you want to get good at this, you need to start to paper trade these. You need to start waking up a little earlier. You need to be a little bit listening a little bit better, watch those levels, learn how to operate your software, take the market mastery, high frequency trading classes, and the day swinging stuff, and learn the 1% rule, and put that all together, and do not hesitate when these opportunities come up. These are the reasons why we take all these other ones and then they don't work out. For these ones, when they do. And if anybody, is almost there or wants, has the ability to set up a high frequency trading setup and wants to do that, set up a one-on-one session with me, and I'll help you get all set up, and I'll give you a nice plan of action, plan of attack, so that safe through your journey. If that includes anybody out there in TikTok land or wherever, just click the link in my bio to come send me some messages, and we'll work that out for you. All right, trying to find the entry price we got on DDL yesterday. That was 511. Okay. Stop at stop, but it's all right. It worked out. Yeah, that's up 16.6% in one day. So yes, you do need to be taking your first profits, about 25% right now in this market at around 10% gains. Hopefully that is what you did, Maria. And if so, boy, you get an A+ because you sized up properly and you took profits exactly as you should. But I wouldn't blame you if you took 50% profits, which is something you can do. However, I think the right thing, given this market right now, is to take 25% profits at the plus 10% point. Yeah, man. I mean, you've got to be careful. You have 1,000 shares of SST, CFLT. All right, so we're going to be coming out of the halt on SST in 1 minute. 1 minute and 5 seconds. SPY is moving up. The Dow Industrials are moving up, but the Qs are still struggling. But they're not dropping, but they're struggling. It's the first hopeful move from growth. SBFM has crapped out. Get out, get out, get out. All right, we got 40 seconds to the open of SST. I do not have any information on the indication of where it's going to open. RJ, are you using Dash Trader yet, or are you still doing everything inside Thinkorswim? I guess, whatever works for you works for you. Okay. Eventually, when you do get to move to Dash Trader, if you have a $30,000 account or more, that's the point in which you could probably get curious about it. You can set up the macros. You're going to have lightning fast execution and connection 6 feet from the floor and on the NASDAQ floor. And going to really be able to be in control of these trades even more so. All right, it is open at 32.50, and it's hitting 33.50, 33.60, 34, 34.50, and it's starting to pull back now. 33.60, 33, 34. Yeah, it's starting to pull back. Double top. 33.50, 33.20, 32.50, 32, 32.40. Yeah, we're pulling back now. I would recommend if it breaks 32 to exit completely. You can always get back in at 34.50 if it moves back up. 32. Watch the 32 level there. Could be a liquidity grab there as well. So, give it a few cents. 31.80. All right. Nope. We're going to continue. 34.50, 34.99, 35. We hit 35 on SSG. 30, 35.12, 35.24, 35.70, 35.80, 36, 36.30, 36.65. SST. 36.65 divided by 21.51, 71% gains. This is an account doubler for HFT traders. Join my trading group and I'll tell you all those tips. Come over to my trading group, send me a private message, click the link in my bio, and ask me that same question there, and I'll tell you what you need to do. All right, SST off at the $37 high. And holding around the 35 level, but this is definitely a bit of a struggle here. 35.8. You still got some, RJ? Does. There has not been a consolidation yet, and if they want to attract more demand, then that's going to have to naturally consolidate. Here we go. This is the pullback I would exit on. 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, halting to the downside. That's it. It's over. On SST, the trade is over. All right, and Randy says he's all out. What was your worst exit there, Randy? What dollar amount? Check your trade history. And we're halted to the downside. I mean, I'm talking about, like, you know, on that pullback, on that exit. What kind of fills did you get? All right, that was an awesome trade. 71% gains. 31.73 was your all out. 31.73. Okay, hey, that's great, right? You'll take it, right? Did you get any of that take profit? What was your highest take profit? It was moving fast, so I don't blame you if you didn't get much of it that last move there. But you're usually pretty good at being fast with Thinkorswim, so I'm curious. All right, Tesla now breaking to the downside, and Apple as well, and Amazon. The growth stocks now breaking to the downside en masse. That's an opening range breakout to the downside. So now we're hitting corrective territory. $36.85. Nice. Yes. $36.85 was 15 cents off the high. RJ, you are just a model trader, my friend. Good job. Have done really well. All right, good job. Okay, everybody, if you'd like to come join our trading group, click the link in my bio. That's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We do this every day, and we're in our group all day, 24/7. Everybody, have a great morning this morning. I'll be checking in on positions, and if anybody needs me, you just message me or @tag me. Thank you very much. Have a good morning, all. Watch your growth stocks. Finally doing the pullback.